Are we live? Are we live? It's showtime. And I didn't even I wasn't even ready. I can tell you I wasn't even ready. This is just a impromptu for the reunion part two because I got to get it out to the people. Normally, I do it at night. I'm waiting for y'all to come on in. Normally I wait about the 10-minute mark. I'm probably not gonna wait that long because food time is of the essence, but we here for those who can catch me live because I even hear like people having problems getting notified even when it's scheduled. So we're just gonna do the best we can. And I don't know when it catches, when it hits, or whatever the case may be, but we're gonna try to just keep it going. Let me see. I see a couple people in here. When you come in the door, please knock. Let me know you in here. All I care about is the what do you call it? The comments, because I am YouTube's number one commenter. So that's what it's about for me. You like and subscribe on your own, but I need you to see you. There you go. Anissa from Brooklyn is in his house. Good to see you. Yo, it's Danny Owens. Yep, we live in the midday. AWA1 from day one. We in here. So I'm feeling better. I see the people coming in. Like I said, I thank y'all for joining me for this impromptu. It wasn't scheduled. I feel like if I didn't do it now, I wasn't going to do it. And I want my people to have some content because I know I hear it a lot. When you're gonna do your individual interview, and I gotta get it done. So, like I said, we're gonna wait a few minutes, let some people come on in. Let me highlight. I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna go back now, even though I mentioned Anissa, Danny Owens, A1 from day one, Keisha McCrae in the building, Yvette Griff. Finally, she caught a live. She caught a daytime live, and we here. China Doll is in the building. Danny Owens, I wear every single chain, even when I'm in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hammer G is in the building. Yep. Hey, Hammer G. Yeah, when you come on in, hit the like button, like Hammer G said. And like I said, we're gonna get started in a few minutes. Just wanted to kind of get the people in the building, let them know we gotta get this done. Cause you know what? This is it. This is it. Reunion part two. I can't imagine where we go from here. Well, I guess where we're going from here is ready to move. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to even review that. I don't know. Maybe I would, maybe I should. I gotta watch it. It's gonna see how I vibe with it or whatever. See if it's worth watching or whatever. But yeah, I'm and just some off subject. Slow down. I'm so behind on what do you call it? I'm so behind on Love is Blind, even though it hasn't been a lot of viewership. I don't think YouTube be pushing it like that, but it's still like one of my favorite shows. It's definitely one of my favorite shows because appreciate you, China Doll. It's one of my favorite shows, and I was almost thinking about just even doing it without me being on screen to get them done because I'm really caught up. I just got to get the reviews out. I'm really caught up as far as watching it. I watched episode 8 of Love Is Blind. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. That's where it's at. It's yes. AW said yes. Love Is Blind is messy. Yes. I mean, at this point, I should be watching Love Is Blind the way I watch. I should be watching Ready to Love like I watch Love Is Blind. It's like at this point, it's just for the mess. It's for the drama. You just want to see what happens next. And that's how it is. Do I really believe at this point people are looking for love and finding happy marriages? It's the same way as Ready to Love. It's the same thing. It ain't really like that. So I'm gonna say we're gonna get started at the 5-minute mark instead of the 10-minute mark. We ain't in the nighttime because I don't expect everybody to come through like they normally do because again, this was not scheduled and people out doing their thing. April Smith. Hey, April Smith got the note. I appreciate that. I was just talking about that people aren't really getting the notifications like they should. And Yvette says Love Is Blind is a good show. It is. It really is. It's like my favorite show on TV right now in real life. So like I said, we get ready to get started. We got about 20 people. Oh, 20 people in the building. And that's plenty enough for me. You know, you want to get it going. Everybody else could be watching on the replay. So we're going to get into this final episode of Ready to Love, the reunion. RIP. You know, it's over. Hey, Shay, good afternoon. So pretty much the reunion, it picked up where we had the altercation. Now, you know what I love about this show is everybody has so many different perspectives of it. How they saw it. And I could get with it, most of them, because we all see things different. We all feel things differently. Some things I just can't, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later. So it picked up like with the to be continued with Janelle and Tequila. And you know, I'll say it again. I'll put the disclaimer before because this show is really heavy Janelle. So I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not a fan of Janelle's at all in real life. But at the same time, with Janelle, she put those provocative words out there, or she kind of was poking at Tequila, talking, oh, it's a fella over here. And toxic Tequila, as she earned her name, she bit and she was triggered. And I have a motto on triggers. You know, triggers are your own. You know, people will say and do things all the time. Don't mean you have to actually react to it. And she sure bit on that. Popcorn 526 finally caught alive. Hey everyone. Apple Charm is in the building. Good to see you, Apple Charm. So as far as that go, yeah, they get to fighting or not get to fight. You know, they going back and forth. Yeah, you know, you want to fight, you want to do this, you know, all that stuff we don't need to see out of successful, mature black people. We don't need that. Do we need that? This ain't love and hip hop. I thought we were here for love, but obviously we not. It's just like it's a dynamic a lot of times that people or generally ladies can't seem to get together, even though I know this is a what do you call it? This is a competition setting. It's still not necessary at all. What's up, Preston? Good to see you. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's just sad to see. Let me see what Tanja H say. Janelle phony. I bet she won't roll up on Tequila House. She knows she knows an easy mark to piss off. You're absolutely right, Tanja H, because yeah, Janelle got that smoke for Cat and everything, but Tequila, you know, you might come back with some bullet holes or stab wounds and all that. Yeah, I could see it, but do we want to see that? No. You know, which one? Which one, Apple Charm? Which situation wasn't mentioned at all? Because you talking about like, okay, I see what you're saying about Janelle and Kat. Because I think it was because it was like offline. They really like Janelle really pulled up on Kat like at her building, which got like you know, that could get serious. But yeah, you're right about that, Apple Charm. So yeah, at this point, you know, as I see Tequila, as she say, she's toxic like that. You know, she's like a hurt person. You can see Tequila is walking around with some pain. I'm no doctor. I know I said I'm an honorary doctor, Ready to Love, because I'm on the all-star panel and the cast and all that, but I've never been on it. So I'm an honorary doctorate. I'm no doctor, but Tequila's hurting. She got some issues going on. There's a lot of people walking around with some unresolved pain, and they just staying on go and they waiting to go. You know, it's just it's just it's bad. It's bad. I don't want to see this. Like I said, if they saying they got stuff going on, you got brands and all of that. That ain't how you do it. That ain't how you do it. I don't care how mad you are. So let's just go. So now, you know, we got a problem with Janelle and Tequila. They broke all that up. They took Tequila away. Then we got to go with the back and forth with Kat and Janelle. And you know, it's you know, we could pretty much spend a whole review on like with Janelle is always saying something like I believe this is my opinion. I believe she is really not self-aware. Like, you know, we get into modes or some people are like, oh, you know, this is just the way I am, or I'm never doing nothing. You know, it's just it's a thing. And I really believe Janelle doesn't believe like she's the issue. You look at all of this stuff and you say, damn, like every time there's an argument, there's a fight, Janelle's saying something, Janelle's doing something, Janelle's this, like she's so involved, like she can't be at peace. I can say this better. Yes, absolutely, Vet. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just it's super negative. And I like the way Kat kind of broke it down, because this is the way I feel without getting all upset, getting all where Janelle wants you to get. It's like the way Janelle speaks, her energy, it's like it's really negative. It's downright disrespectful. It's like way too extra. The land that I come from, the 80s and the 90s, when you move your hands, when you say certain things, or just you're saying something without saying something. So if you're not saying that, you shouldn't move like that. So it triggers me, but this is a new world, and like everybody can uh, be delusional and unaccountable for their actions. But you know, at this point now, nephew Tommy decides to kind of clock back in, because to me Tommy is I don't know why Tommy's there, but he kind of called Kat out on a situation when Janelle and Kat was at the retreat and they got into an argument. And Tommy was like, "Didn't you call Janelle a name? Like, does that help?" And for once, without the joke, he's absolutely right. But that's the way Kat was like, "Well, really, I'm not sorry or whatever," because she's responding to Janelle's nasty actions. But that it's still a choice, whether you want to get to it or not. I just, you know, and so when we get to Janelle, she gets to this thing where like I'm above all these people. I walked in rooms and I bring a certain energy, and I'm gonna get to you, AW, and I guess who I am brings the insecurities out of others. I'm like, is she for real? But AW say, what did she call? She called her a biatch. That's what she called her, and I didn't feel no way about it, but Tommy had a point. Exactly. But so what really kind of bothered me more so than Janelle like irritating, like kind of projecting, or that she has this air about her, like she's so much better than these ugly girls on the cast, as she say, is the fact that Quentin, and I like some of the new lingo or reference, but Quentin was caping big time for Janelle. And I mean, well, like it's unjust. And in real life, I know that he's not proud of her behavior. It brings too much drama. It's like ridiculous, but he can kind of like defend her. Like he's talking to Kat, and he even seemed like the confuser, just talking, well, like, so well, if you have a difference with her, and then while you're talking to her, that could kind of bring, I'm like, shut up, Q. I mean, in real life, like that was so irritating. And then he's perpetuating bad behavior, which makes him a enabler. That's what we can call him. That's what we can call him. He's just like an enabler. And I guess it's a match made in heaven or hell. It's just it's ridiculous. Oh, Janelle sitting up on the couch, struggling to cross her legs and breathing all hard. Oh, I'm glad somebody can say it without me saying it. But Janelle don't want to do nothing. I never seen somebody who didn't want to do nothing. I wouldn't even mention it, but like her and Quentin was playing ping pong at the retreat or whatever in a hidden scene. She's like, I never played this before. I'm not surprised. What has Janelle done in her life? Y'all can tell me. I don't know. I don't know what she'd like to do. So let's go to the next segment. We got the Prince Akeem segment, aka Chris. And in the beginning, I'm gonna say this. I say what I say. I put it out there like that. I was kind of aligning with like I was being half Nigerian or something, because I'm into the how the catering mindset, like Chris likes out of his woman, not the servant or servitude. But I mean, I gotta admit, you only know what you like. I like the catering stuff. Bring me some stuff. Feed me with two fingers. I don't know, something. I like that kind of stuff. I could get with that. And even the sense where how Chris started out, like he called Jessica out saying like it was plain to me. He was like, Jessica, like the way you talk, I need you to talk to me in a different way. Like I need you to talk to me softer. I wouldn't use the word softer. Yeah, I'm about to get mad at him though. But I'm about to get mad at him, but yeah, I'm with that. I'm like, yeah, you don't scream at your mother, you don't scream at your boss, you don't do that. So you should talk to me. You should talk to me real nice with sweet love and care, because I like nice. And like he said, I'm gonna be soft with you. So I want you to be soft with me, and that's okay. As a man, you want to be treated nicely. Us men like that. Some of us do. We really do. Let me get these comments because I'll be loving the comments. What Keisha R say? I would have preferred to hear from Herbert or Brandon rather than replaying that mess. Okay. All right. Here we go. Aloma Aloma says Quentin was scared of Janelle. He had to walk on eggshells and enabler. Yes. I'm gonna say it. We say it on shit. Janelle is fat, combative, arrogant, lazy, and insecure. He needed to pump and dump. Wow. Aloma, I love this. Like you get it off your chest. I'm with it. I'm with it. I am not a Janelle fan at all, so I'm loving this. Okay, AW. Chris needs to address why he's on TV saying women are too emotional for leadership, and he's been whining and having full mantrums all season. Oh yeah, we got to get some accountability here. So yeah, it's just a thing. Like with Chris, like I said, I was gonna be half Nigerian because I kind of like the flow of it or whatever. But then like we get to the part where Chris, when they get into that combative thing with Jessica, and he lied. He flat out lied and was like, "Oh no, I didn't say that. I would never say that. I didn't do that." But then the fact that he's seen the footage, still lied, and not only that, threw the other people under the bus. Then that's when I was like, I ain't doing that Nigerian thing. We doing like that. It's like shout out to Jasmine W when she say Chris is a fake ass Nigerian. I get it. That was fake of him and to call everybody out. Even if they did do it, I still don't believe that they did it. Moria was like, on my son, I ain't never called her combative other than me saying that like when we was doing the elimination thing. Like you don't do that, even if it did happen. But I guess it ain't no bro code. He's an African and I guess we the Americans. I don't know. It was crazy to me that he did that. To me, it showed a lack of character. And then I don't think Tommy came down on Chris hard enough, or they held him accountable for cussing out Jessica. I mean, it's so many, what do you call it, backstories in the YouTube streets, like, oh, she said something about his son. I don't give a damn what she said to him. And I'm a man. I don't believe in an advocate of a woman talking to you any kind of way, hitting you or nothing, because, oh, she's a woman. No, but the fact of the matter is what we saw, Chris lost it, melted down. Talking about, I don't give a fuck about you, and you don't. I mean, like the way he was talking to her was so unbecoming of the Prince of Zamunda. Like it was ridiculous. Like it's no excuse for him to talk to her like that. Like he should have walked away if he was so triggered and all that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. Once again, Chris being spineless. You said the woman is combative. That's what you believe. Just say I said it. Yes, that's right, AW. Man up. Stand on it. Yes, you combative. Yes, I don't like the way you be talking to me. Yes, I mean, you can do all of that. But yeah, it's very, I'm not a woman. You don't have to be attractive to me, but it looks spineless. It looks like you can't stand up for yourself or stand on what you say. It was just ridiculous. It was crazy to me. This Tanja H, that's usually the case. Tommy, I'm so ready for Tommy to go. It ain't even funny. It's just like I said. And people, the ladies loving the Chris, whether they on stage or on this YouTube streets, like they backing this man up. They backing this man. They say, I ain't mad at him. I'm mad at him because like you don't talk to, that could be your woman, that could be your wife, that could be your girl, that could be your sister. Why are you speaking to her like that? I don't care what she said. I don't care what she said. Hey, Ravine, that's so good to see you. Yeah, I mean, it's no excuse. It's no excuse at all. I can't get with it. And then, like I said, it's just, to me, it's a lack of character. He's just it's it ain't it. But like I said, the ladies still loving him. Like the ladies in Ready to Love still loving him. It's crazy. Let me see what Anissa say. Chris is disrespectful. His behavior was disgusting and disturbing. He needs to be held accountable. Well said, Anissa from Brooklyn. Absolutely. He should not have gotten away with that. Fuck you and fuck. I'm like, who are you talking to? Why are you talking to her like that? Like what? She got aggressive with you. Jessica was just sitting there. Now, granted, she said something he didn't like. Address it as a man. Stand in your princely throne and speak to her and let her know what time it is if she pissing you off like that. I don't know what was said. I don't care what was said, but that was crazy to me. That was crazy. He talking to Murray A woman like that. That's crazy. You know, Janika says, I just think he did not want to get into it with anymore. We have to stop playing into the negative so much. Yeah, I mean, whatever she said, I mean, it's just it was too much. Say, hey, I'm good. I ain't got nothing else to say. Take your mic off, whatever, walk. It's okay to distance yourself, isolate yourself from whatever drama you whatever you got going on. It's crazy, you know. What Olga say? Thank you, J-Dub. That cussing should have been addressed. Cussing at a woman and getting away with it. Absolutely. Like, that's never okay. Like, in real, like, we're still in a professional setting. Like, you're not in the street. You're not thugging it out on the street. You're talking to a lady that you used to have a connection with. I mean, come on now. Even if you didn't like her, show her some respect. That is crazy to me. You know, Marie woman, not. Yeah, I mean, hey, Ravine, they said they working it out. They went to the bridge. He kissed her forehead, her hand, her weave, all of that. There's something going on there. I mean, it's something we can't just discount their relationship like that, Ravine. You know. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I was really bothered by that. And I mean, like I said, a lack of character. Some people are okay with that. In this world, it's okay just to be anything, have no standards, no morals. Chris threw everybody under the bus, talking about they said this, said that. I don't believe it for 1 minute at all. And yeah. But then, like I said, what I about to say? Like I said, Gerald Levert Jr., we talking about Marie. You know, he's like I said, he stood on it, and he just at this point, him and Chris get into it or whatever. And Chris started telling Marie, well, you know, you being in like the for the black people in the black culture, brother, I expect you to stand up. I'm like, I mean, wow, like Chris was like really going in there. Like, it shows it's them kind of people like, I get in trouble, we caught, or I can't be in trouble by myself. I can't be held accountable. So we got to put the spotlight on you. You know, I don't know. Let me see what Ravine say. How do you define a relationship? They all not speaking now. Well, in going to that, even though that was on the first part, Ravine, Jessica and Maria said that they are still like dating, you know, getting to know each other. And I don't know, you could do that from Africa and from here and all that kind of stuff, but they're getting to know each other and they're working through it. I guess they just taking it slow. That's what I'm gonna say. Chicago girl, hey, yeah, at this point, so yeah, like I said, it was a problem. I just don't like how people are covering for Chris, and he's not having he just has a lack of accountability, and he can't he just can't accept, yeah, I did this, I did that. You know, at the same time, Tommy even telling Chris, like, hey, Chris, you know, we don't talk to young ladies like that. He's like, but I know, but he started even making an excuse about that, like what she did or why she did it. No, you know, no. Chris is not a good person. I'm okay with saying that. Thank you. Sorry, but not sorry. So let's go to the Aries and Phil love segment. And, you know, I said it from the beginning. What can I say? Foot rubbing Phil is who I thought he was from the beginning. I didn't ever want to go too hard. They be so hard on me. They be like, oh, you be hating. I be this, I be that. I'm going to say what I say, but I like to back off and let people see people for who they are on your own or whatever. Mr. Meter Joe, hey, how you doing? Let me see. Olga said, who's the black girl talking about black culture? Oh, that's our white boots, Kira, yeah, Casey Johnson. Jessica, I don't think so either. What I'm gonna say that by association. If you have Janelle as a best friend, how good could you really be? But the fact is, what I'm saying is that she wasn't yelling and cussing Chris out. So let's not, bring that kind of energy. Let's just treat each other with respect. We ain't gotta like each other, but let's respect each other. I say the same thing in here. Really Be TV in his house. What up, J Dub? Hey, Really Be, good to see you. Yeah, it's just it's a thing. So, like I said, we're going with foot rub and feel, and I knew the facade, I knew the representative will fade, because it's a thing where like you see the clips, Capricorn Moon Goddess in the building, one of the best names on YouTube. You know, I knew it would fade because you see in the what do you call it? In the previous clips, Aries is talking serious stuff. Like, she's in it. She's like, I want a serious life. I want to move forward with you. I want you to be in love with me, in love with my boys. And are you looking for all that? And yeah, on the first date, second date, feel like he's all in. Yeah, he with all that. But like I said, other than rubbing feet is just is it's a no. It's not happening. And it really surprised me when Tommy asked Phil pretty much like, were you disappointed that Aries chose herself? And he was like, no, I was really disappointed by the previous communication. Are you kidding me, Phil? You wasn't disappointed when you said yes, ready to commit a life to this woman, and she turned you down, or she chose herself. I'm tired of the term chose herself. Shout out to Sabrina Soul, because she made choosing yourself historical. However, I don't call it choosing yourself. I call it you said no at this point. Like everybody going down the line ain't choosing themselves. Like I'm saying no to foot rub and feel. I'm good. I can get a gift card for Massage Envy. I don't need him to rub my feet all the time. I need him to help me pay these bills, manage these kids, So I get it. I really get it. What I wanted to see, even though I did want to see. I wanted them to kind of put it out front with Aries saying that she did not respect Phil. And that was huge for me as a man. Like I said, we know for most of the Dub fam are women. Understand that respect for us, like I said, is just more important than love. I'm gonna tell you like that. We need you to respect us first, then you can love us next, and we can get all that together. But if you don't respect most of us, it's just a no-go. No matter how you look, what you got, none of that matters. What AW say? It's not about the money because Aries has plenty of money. Phil is not a guy who can define a goal, create a plan, and execute a plan. AW, I can't even disagree with you because you're always right. Sorry to say, because you are, because that's real. Bottom line, Aries wanted reassurance that the life that they're talking about can be realized. She didn't want to see his bank statement. She wasn't tripping about how much money he had or none of that stuff. She was like, I need to know where you are, to facilitate like a goal, a plan of what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to open up an ice cream shop, or I'm about to have a break business with people who don't have a lot. I mean, just all kind of dumb stuff. She needs direction. They're 50 almost. Aries been married twice. It's no time for games. We got to be Janera Rose. Hey, Janera. Yeah, it's just look at that. Look, Tanja H. Phil said he wants to be a comedian, a writer, a doctor, a nurse. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's okay when you're 20, but you got like real life going on. We talking about approaching retirement age, and you're just trying to figure it out. I'm from the old school, from the old sayings from one of my favorite movies, The Godfather. The man said, "Women and children can be careless." Not a man. At this point, as a man, life happens. Life happens. However, you got to have something to stand on, something to go on. Not you just trying to figure it out. That's not cool. Not talking about what you talking about, DJ say, yes, salt and pepper. She talking about Phil or me. Is it J Dub with the salt and pepper? Uh, Aries says she don't want no liability. I get that. That's right. Yeah, you the man. What's the plan? What are we doing? We not winging it. We can't be winging it. Aries got 2 kids. Even though they have a father, but she got people she responsible for. She's doing things. It's like, where we at? I love the comments. Never heard that. Yeah, it's old 70s movie. Yep. You can't just plain and simple, men have more responsibility to take up. We cannot be careless. At this point, at retirement age, yes, somebody should have a plan. Somebody should have a pension. Somebody should have some money put away. Something. Something. Wolverine essay. Phil gets 0 points for trying to make Aries the blame for this. Absolutely. We're gonna blame it on Aries. We gonna right, put it on him. He's just always talking about nothing. Hey, Shayna. Yeah. Oh, Popcorn, I need to watch That's deep. The Godfather is a very deep movie. Absolutely, it is. It has a lot of lessons in life. I can't even finish my review because y'all got these great comments. I swear I'm loving it. Yvette says grown people cannot be winging it. You cannot be winging it. When a woman is talking about what's the plan as a man, you need to have something that she can rest on to say, yeah, that makes sense to me. I could follow that. We could get together on that. Like, you got to have something for her, because I'm gonna tell you like this: the best laid plans can fail, but what you think will happen if you don't have a plan at all? My God, straight winging it, chicken wings is winging it. Phil has a 6. I forgot about that, Ravine. I thank you for pointing. That's right. He claimed that he changed careers because he wanted, I guess, be closer to his family or son or whatever. I forgot about it. Yes, that's very important. You're bringing another person in the mix. Capricorn moon, and he hates the word stability. Super duper burning red flag. I mean, he said it on the stage. He didn't deny it. I hate that word. You hate that word, stability? That Aries wants to be stable. She's twice divorced with 2 children, and she want to know what's happening. That's saying a lot about you. So, but we ain't done with that. Hey, Cheryl Pooh. Yeah, I mean, where did I leave off? It's just, yeah, it's a lot. And where am I at? I'm gonna find my place. Yeah, just him hating the word stability. It just really threw me off. And that, Aries, just again, as I said, she needed just reassurance, but Phil wasn't able to give that, or was not willing to give that to her. What Capricorn Moon God said. I mean, I guess he's tired of hearing the word because of the situation, but still, yeah, that word shouldn't scare you. That should be a conversation. Hey, I want to be stable. Can you reassure me that we're going to be stable? It ain't even a guarantee. It's a reassurance. That's not too much to ask. That means Phil is absolutely not stable. And that's scary. Hey, Felicia H, it's scary. So he don't have nothing to stand on. You switching jobs when you're 50 years old. I don't know. It don't feel good, AW. I still think Phil doesn't really get Aries' issue. He probably still. I'm certain too, because the way he's approaching it, AW, at the same time, because to me it's not hard to understand. Again, I think that's his insecurity is overriding everything. It's not even making sense at this point. Antoinette says Phil made himself look sketchy. No one else. I totally agree. Because people put it out there like, oh, Aries a gold digger. Like, Aries got what she got. She's good. She, just like AW said, if I could go back, she just doesn't want a liability. Okay. She just want to know, like, you got something going on. Something, not you got hopes and dreams, or you going to be down at the comedy club getting paid $50 if you win 3rd place. Yeah, nah. Yeah, but nah. Okay. But like I said, the crazy thing, I'm gonna say the kicker. This is a kicker. We learned that Phil and Aries are actually still dating. Why? I'm gonna say why. I'm on, I see Aries in the chat, not this chat, like when I be over on the panel. Why, Aries? Why? I'm gonna say why Phil. Because from a man's perspective, after you say you don't respect me, that's how you feel. Ain't nothing for us to ever talk about ever again in life. I don't want to have no Starbucks with you. I don't even want to know about your kids no more. I don't even want fake talk about having no life. You don't respect me. That's dangerous to me. That means you'll do, say, whatever. I can't do it. I won't do it. I won't even lower myself to that. That's I missed a good comment. Let me see what Robert Nelson said. The fact of the matter is a lot of people like Phil walking around just don't have it together. I really want to like him. Yeah, Robin, that's sweet. We do want to like him. And guess what? I'm gonna say like this: it's nothing wrong with Phil. It's just the fact that when you speak on talking about marrying someone and being with them and caring for their children like your own, and you have your own children, you do need to have something to stand on, not just okay, we're just gonna wing it. That's a no-go, especially as a man. That's a no-go. No-go, no-go, no-go. I like these comments, but let's bring it to the front. Popcorn says, did they say dating or just hanging out? I think they said they went on a couple of dates, but to me, Aries already told him at the place that she would only want friendship from him. But like I said, at this case, from a man's perspective, you don't respect me. Even let's talk about friends. You're my friend. You don't respect me. We don't need to be friends. It's okay you feel the way you do. You don't respect me. Whether I'm taking it too personal. When you say those words, it ain't no need to explain it. We done. We done. You don't respect me. And guess what? I'm gonna jump out there with Aries. Why is Aries spending time with Phil? Isn't she looking for a marriage, a serious relationship, someone to build with her? She's wasting time, in my opinion. And I like Aries. I think, she should go after what she wants, but yeah, it's a short life. I'm gonna tell you like that. You may think you got time to waste. However old you are, you'll never be this young again. All of us. Robin Nelson. Wait a minute, J-Dub. They still talking? Yes, they going out. They had a couple of dates. Tommy was saying with the energy, he think they would be fighting. That yes. Why is she wasting her time? Well, maybe people like friends. Okay. AW said, like, if you say you're interested in being a comedian, I'm going to ask, what's your plan? How often are you refining your craft? Let's see the hustle. Exactly, AW. What is it bringing? How far along are you? How often do you participate in being a comedian? Yeah. Capricorn, she didn't lie though. You're right. I appreciate the honesty. You do both of us a favor when you say, hey, I don't respect you. I'd be like, damn, ouch, that hurt. I'm sensitive. However, this will be the last time we'll ever speak. Have a good life. If she don't see him as a leader, she won't respect him as one. She probably respect him as a person, but not like a leader of the family. Yeah, but that respect thing, ouch. I'm gonna say it. It's cool to be honest, but that hurt me. And then she wasn't even talking to me. Janera Rose said, even if they aren't still in contact, it should have ended. Exactly, Janera. Thank you. Exactly. These comments are great though. I can't stop. I can't even get to my review. Antoinette. Phil wanted a strong, pretty, and successful woman to hold down the house and pay all the bills so he could recreate himself another year. Exactly. It's starting to feel like that, Antoinette. It's starting to feel like that. He wanted a safe base. But Phil, you're 50 years old. With a child, with a young child. We got to stop recreating. But he say he's well gainfully employed or whatever those words. When it comes to a career, Phil he likes to use word salads. He wants to kind of create the space. What Ravine say? Let me see. They are not speaking. I'm just going by what they said at reunion. But I know y'all be knowing all this stuff more than I do. Yep. Tanja H. Well, in defense, Robin Harris was a late comedic bloomer. Hey, I'm not knocking nobody in the time that they do it, because when it hit, it hit. They are some late bloomers. Samuel Jackson, I don't think he started acting till he was like 40 years old or something like that, something wild like that. It happens, but like you got to see the work, you got to see the passion. But not only that, see what this is different is like, let's say if the woman is holding you down. Normally you have to be in relationship with her and have a rapport, and she has to be invested in you. I don't think anyone wants to come in with a perfect stranger to say, you know what, I'm ready to love. I'm ready for you to take care of me. I'm ready to try out different career aspects with you to see if it works while you do what you got to do. I don't know. Oh, what Olga say? Wow, I was just going to say how much I respected Aries for not choosing a face over security. I'm disappointed that she isn't still communicating with Phil. I am too, Olga. Why waste your time? I don't know what Aries needs, but I don't think she needs another friend. Capricorn Moon guys, when you have kids, you got to work those jobs you hate sometimes. Absolutely. It's a lot of people that hate their job, and it's a lot of people, especially mothers, that make huge sacrifices for their children. In real life, they do a whole lot of things that they don't want to do. They be in relationships that they don't want to do just for the benefit of their child, if they think it's going to benefit. But most of the time it don't. But yeah, you're right. Work your side hustle, take care of your kids at the same time. Leave less room for love, though. This is a real statement in real life. There's no getting around this. I'm gonna leave it up here for a second. So yeah, I was disappointed in Aries. I expected more of Aries, just because, like, hey, stop wasting your time, Aries. Time is running out. And I'm not really on a clock, but why are we still invested in Phil? You could have just said yes, if that's the case. Okay, Tequila and Kira have been vindicated in most insane turn of events. Yes, I definitely peeped how Kira called Phil out. Like, she's saying, like, the way his career thing is sounding shaky. She called it just like it was. Like, everybody was just watching and ignoring it and listening to his friend with benefits, the white girl, whatever, talk. Like, yeah, and nobody else hear this. This man, it sounds a little shaky. And yeah, that's all I can say. So speaking of white boots, let's go to the white boots segment, aka Kira. And I'm gonna just say I had a problem. With the way White Boots jumped out there on Quentin, even though I'm not a Quentin or a Janelle fan or a Habibi fan, or you can go down the list. I ain't got time. But how she could say right up, hey, I think you look like you prefer white women over black women. That's a problem for me, because that's like an assumption, a stereotype, whatever. It's all negative. I promise you, that's negative as hell. And not like, oh, you can't love white women, but what did you see? What did I say that make you think I like white women? You can say, hey, J-Dub, you look like you enjoy snakes. I'd be like, thank you, I do. But hold up. What did I say to you? What looks like me that I like snakes? That's a problem. That's a problem. And the thing is with it's a very weird perspective. Hey Michelle, it's a weird perspective because Kira made it a point to say that, like, they make assumptions about her, but she's out there promoting herself that she's the whitest black woman in the room. She's white adjacent, like it's a badge of honor. And that Maria was saying, like, he feel like he's too black. And I get what Maria was saying, because she doesn't seem like she's in touch. And to give my personal opinion on all of it, to me, with Kira, I'm a judge. I'm going to say my opinion. I'm going to say what I say. Kira reminds me of when black people try to give their children the best lives, where granted, I'm with it. I want to live amongst people. I don't care what color they are. I want to have the same outlook, the same goals, the same vision. Not that we're aligned, but in a community way. I don't want nobody sitting outside my car. I don't want nobody smoking in front of my house. I don't want all kind of crazy things happening. I want to go to a nice grocery store. I want my kids to go to safe, smart schools. I want all that too. But the fact of, again, like when you put them in certain environments, when they're around people, a lot of people don't look like them, it's probably going to be problematic. Let's see here. Let's see what Casey Johnson said. This looks interesting. I saw a piece of it. I think Quentin was the one that told Lee she'd be the darkest person he ever dated. So I don't think she was terribly off base. Wow, I didn't know that. I only go by what I see the show. I can't. If he said that, I cannot believe he said that. Lee should be cussing him out every time she see him. Okay, Capricorn. My only problem with Kira is her not being able to articulate herself. I've been told I seem like I date white men, sound white, act right, all that. Kira probably has been told the same thing. But I get that part, Capricorn, but it sounds like projection. My man, Feel Good into his house. What's up, Phil? Yeah, I get that. And we all make assumptions or judgments or whatever you want to call it, but that's a projection. She's putting that on him because when she got finally time to answer it, she said, Tommy, like, well, what you see in the man that make him say like he like snow bunnies? She like, well, he's from Florida. He's from Florida? He's from Florida. Right, because that's not articulating the reason. I don't think she has a truly good reason. I believe, in my opinion, my auntie's advice voice is projection. And then the fact, like, well, I ain't really mean to say white. I mean Latina. Like, no. It's a fail. It's a reach. Capricorn, no. People who project, they're never going to say, hey, I've had issues in my past or current issues. I'm now putting them on you. Sorry, but not sorry. They're never going to say that. Nobody's going to say that. So, yeah, I had an issue with that because she felt bad. And not only that, she got emotional about Maria pretty much saying that she ain't black. Look at me. I'm black. I got black parents. I do black business. It sounds racist. I do black business. No. I got black cousins. Under this shirt is black skin. No. Anytime you start talking about you the whitest black woman, to me, in my opinion, you lose all credibility with me. Not that she needed from me, but I'm just telling you. That says a lot about you to make that statement. It sounds like low-key you hate yourself without saying I hate myself. For real. And you can hate yourself, but don't put that on me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the only one time that I could go up for Quentin because I think that was really unfair. Like, yeah, you can have a perception of people, but that is projection. Ravine said Maria needs to stop though. That, yeah, he down with the Black Lives Matter. You know how that go. Feel good. Yes, Karen tears, white woman angel tears. She was crying because she's so hurt, but she just told Phil from Florida that he gotta like white women. He really hate all the black women here. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you don't worry about that, Capricorn. Marie is a hotep. Okay. That's not the first time I heard that though. But anyway, let's go ahead to the love triangle. The love triangle is Q, Janelle, and Lee. It's really not. It's really not. Because really that little segment, it pretty much focused on Q and Janelle. And Q makes these excuses. Oh, I can't, I gotta juggle, these connections or whatever. Granted, I'm sure it's some type of challenge where like you have two women that you're interested and they're right in front of you and you got to manage that. But I don't buy that. I think it's some BS. I think Q he locked in with Janelle, or she made him lock in, if there's such a thing. But excuse me. It's more so with Q. they give off a perception that Janelle is controlling him. To me, I look at it as like he gives the control to her, because there's absolutely no way you're going to be in a dating setting and you're saying that I'm interested in other people, but you almost like it comes off the perception like you can't even talk to them, because Janelle always coming, oh, he I ain't sharing, he mine, he this, he that, and he going with it. There you go. Absolutely. What happened to my light? Truly says Q loves word salads. I couldn't have said it better. I mean, y'all talk Casey, Q's just weak. Absolutely. I was watching Little Black Book live, and there was some people talking about some, oh, Q's an alpha male. I'm like, what? Q is a damn puppet, if you ask me, and just the way he goes up for Janelle, and the fact of, hey, I guess you're supposed to protect your woman. That's not his woman, but he defends her and he checks the ladies, but he don't address the situations how people coming at him about Janelle, whether it's Red, whether it's Chris, spineless. Kira could have detected weakness when she made the white girl comment. Quentin looks like he needs a hug from his mommy. He got a hug from his mommy. It's Janelle. But absolutely, people can smell and read and see, and they can see your weakness. People peep that. Energy is real, Hey, Sabrina. That's right. Like the video. Appreciate y'all. She absolutely could smell. You could smell that weakness on Q. Just like Kira could smell that. I don't even know if you don't have to smell it. The way Phil uses his word salad to talk about his job or lack thereof career. Shanice Webb, he's just big and buff and for no reason. Yep, big, and that's all. That is it. That is all. So, yeah, it's just, and then it got to be a thing. Every time that Janelle gets on the couch, every time there's an interaction, it has to be a negative interaction. There's extra. I hate her energy. I cannot stand it. And she's not a self-aware person. And that exactly came out when she was dealing with Lee. She was dealing with Lee. At the same time, Lee was like, I can't even do this. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this. I can't really talk to somebody who's not self-aware. Like, Janelle takes no responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault. It's just it's crazy. I just cannot get with it. It's just the fact that Lee made it a point to say pretty much while we're in that house, that space or whatever, Janelle always had something to say. They didn't show it, but I absolutely believe it, because you see on a reunion, anytime somebody say something about Q, she anything, just making all kind of faces. It's crazy. But when somebody hollering at Janelle, she's smiling, she cheesing or whatever, and Q looking crazy. What Capricorn Moon God say? I do like Quentin doesn't get upset when people ask questions on his live, though. Too many over emotional people on this cast. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he absolutely don't really care. He ain't tripping. He ain't taking it personal. And that's cool. Like I say, I just go what's on the show. And he looks bad on the show. He looks bad on the reunion. Designs and decor. Hey, it's just the fact. Shanice Wade won. Janelle won. Why she's still mad? That's a good question, because I know she doesn't in real life. Did she win? Because we learned that. What did we learn? We learned that they've hit some bumps in the road, and now they're just trying to navigate their regular life into what's going on now. And I'm like, that sounds like such an excuse. That just sounds like y'all just friends with benefits, just smashing. Because what we knew is that Janelle needed to be pregnant by yesterday and married next month. So now what's she doing it? Because now Quentin is telling us, oh yeah, we get in a relationship. If y'all get in a relationship, what are we doing here? If y'all get in a relationship, now y'all gonna be married. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. This could be something. Stay tuned. Lee and Aries were a dynamic duo. They may have had better luck if they were in Houston. I could believe that. I could believe that. Yeah, it was like quite absurd, quite ridiculous. And Tom even just gave him that way out. Oh, so y'all just trying to, live life and kind of work through the relationship, but they don't have a relationship, you know. Exactly. Exactly. So pretty much that was it, other than they were just trying to catch up, who's doing what. I ain't even really watched that for real. I was so done with it. And pretty much Tommy lets them know, hey, if you want to shoot your shot, he always do that. You want to shoot your shot, the time is to do it now. Then guess what? Guess who get checked another time or get into something? Chris leaned over as far as over to Q and Janelle, like, is this thing exclusive? Like, I want my shot too. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. Quentin is quick to defend Janelle, but never, he get checked by the guys. He get played by. So that was pretty much it. I don't got to say no more. I'm disgusted. I'm disappointed. I got to see it as just entertainment. It's just it is what it is. We're not looking for love anymore, and we're and looking for oh, thank you for that. I said what I say, Chris. I mean, Red said that it's exclusive because yeah, Red already shot his shot at Janelle, and she was smiling. My fault, y'all. I said Red did. Okay, I said Chris, but yeah, it's just that yeah, Q is just big, and that's all. And oh, there we go. This was the worst season ever. I was struggling with that to find out was the last season. But actually, compared to last season, I would take Miami over this at that point. And that's saying a lot. So, yeah, that was it. Nobody wanted to really shoot that shot but Red, but he ain't got to shoot a shot. Obviously, he's in contact with Janelle. They're dating or going out on friend dates or whatever. Tina Bree. Yeah, I'm glad you caught it too. Yeah, it's just I want to let this season just die. I just want to let it rest in peace because it's done for me. So I appreciate y'all coming through on this impromptu live, just in the middle of the day. Way more showed up than I thought. So again, I appreciate y'all. For those who got in late, of course, go back and see what's going on. And as I always tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate you, and I really mean it. Rest in peace, ready for love. I hope they don't stay in Dallas. I'm gone, y'all.